I had another question. How much are you playing with CRISPR gene editing?
None.
Personally?
None
at all?
None.
And you don't think that has any role to play in longevity
Yeah,
science?
it's powerful, but it's not to a point yet where we can do it.
And is that because we cannot understand DNA at its core and like not play around with it?
It has a lot of off-target effects, so it's just complicated. Like once you get in there, you mess with stuff, so we just need to get better at it.
And you don't think that trying to do that with supplements, pharmaceutical interventions and such will have the same off-target effect? Because yeah, tell me.
I mean, like when you do things, like when you incorporate good health practices, you're turning good genes on and bad genes off.
Right.
Like you're basically doing a form of gene therapy to yourself when you practice good habits. Right. So you're like literally turning like switch on, switch off, switch on your genes.
Right.
So that's why these health practices are important. Is like it's a low-level gene therapy for good for longer life.
Right. What is something you found that nobody expected you'd find in this process of, longevity experiments?
Yeah. That longevity is a meme. Yeah, like I've become a meme.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's on purpose.
Right.
Like the world runs on memetics. Like that's the engine of our social cultural phenomena. And so it's not about a scientific paper. It's not about a molecular a description of some kind of new thing. It is a memetic. And that's what I figured out, is that this entire thing is a memetic creation.
And so if the mimetic is, to explain to people, a mimetic idea is something that leads the heavy packaging of what is underneath, the more complex, more sophisticated idea. So what is underneath the meme of longevity?
So there's several.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it depends on how you want to play it. But like next week, there's a market. So do you know Poly Market?
The poly market? Yeah. The betting market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like one of the best in the world. They're legit.
Right.
Next week, they're launching a market on my nighttime erections.
Tell me, off the record, how much should I bet on?
Yeah, exactly. Right? But like this is...
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious. But like, so memetically, right? My health biomarkers are now a public betting market.
Damn.
Right? It's bridged its way to economics and public entertainment. Right? Like it is like an absolute coup of memetics.
Yeah.
Right? It's like unbelievable. And so it is laughable, it's funny, it's hilarious, it's like silly. But like this moment, I just don't want to understate it. Like it is crossed the cultural barrier that it is now in its way into the economic machine of the world. And so that's why this is such a successful moment for the movement entirely, is we've transcended from this weird thing to this memetic structure to this validation economically, culturally, socially.
Right.
Yeah.
And so underneath the idea of longevity is the concept of don't die in the face of all these existential risks that live within us, right? I remember there's a study from Harvard, I think, was it on longevity or happiness, where they concluded that social interaction is one of the primary markers for a long life.
Yeah.
Have you found any intangible markers per se, or intangible sort of inputs I need for a long life?
Yeah. I mean, I think most of longevity is pretty common sense. We know that being by ourselves is not as fun as having friends.
Sure.
We know that getting a bad night's sleep hurts, like it stinks. Sleeping well wins.
Right.
We know stuff. Like we know all the right answers. We just can't do them, and then we complicate it. So to me, it's all obvious and common sense that we already know the answers.
Right. ब्रो, अगर ये सुन के आपको मजा आया किसी भी एंड तक, अगर आप यहाँ तक देख रहे हो तो मजा आया ही, ठीक है? अपने आप से बात मत करो फालतू की. एक काम करो, सब्सक्राइब. Trust me.